Hi everyone, it's Avalon Intuitive. Welcome to a new pick a card. Today's topic is your turning point is here. So I was going to bring through messages about what the one thing is that would change your life for the better and create like a turning point. So if you are wanting to improve your life in some way or improve one aspect of your life or level up in some way, then this is the reading for you. So I hope whatever comes through will be helpful and encouraging. Before we get into it, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Avalon Tarot, and it's also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. Let's get into it though. There are 4 groups to choose from as always. This is group 1 with rose quartz, group 2 with pink amethyst, group 3 with sunstone, and group 4 with blue lace agate. So those are the groups. Take as much time as you need to choose. You can pause the video here if you need more time. If you chose group 1, I will start with you. If you chose any of the others, just go down to the timestamps in the description box and click on the time that corresponds to your group. Hi group 1, if you chose the first stone, the rose quartz, let's get into your reading and see what your turning point is. What is the one thing that would change your life for the better? So we have the devil. Can we have 4 more cards, please? What would change pile 1's life for the better, please? Can we have 4 more cards? Devil, the Knight of Swords. What would change pile 1's life for the better, please? Can we have 3 more cards? The Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Can we have 1 more card, please? What would change pile 1's life for the better, please? And the King of Cups. Okay, let's pull your oracle cards. What would change pile 1's life for the better, please? Warning signs. Consolation. And voice. I feel like this is showing that your life would improve. I don't know if with the Devil card and the Knight of Swords, if there's some kind of negative talk, I don't know if it's negative self-talk or a negative sort of narrative story that you tell yourself, and it may have to do with love. I don't know if maybe in the past in love you have been hurt or you've had bad experiences, and maybe this has caused you to become cynical when it comes to love, or negative, or feel like you're not going to have any luck in love or any good experiences. But what this is showing is if you were a little bit more meted, and if you, with the Knight of Pentacles in the center card here, it feels like things would improve if you like reset your thoughts and feelings and what you feel is possible for you when it comes to love. Because with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups here, you can have love in your life, whether it's for someone or something that you love, like a passion. I feel like you would benefit from stopping telling yourself a negative story about what is in store for you or what your potential is. Like we have the voice card here, so it's sort of like be conscious of the things that you're saying, the things you're telling yourself, because maybe, understandably, maybe it's a little bit pessimistic or something, and that would be totally understandable because it looks like with the Devil card here you've maybe encountered some problems. So don't sort of feel like you can't expect things. With the Consolation card here, don't sort of tell yourself, oh, I shouldn't expect much, I shouldn't expect things to work out for me based on my past. Like, don't tell yourself that story. If you were able to reset your thoughts and feelings about your luck even, because you can be lucky. If you were able to reset your foundation when it comes to what you believe is possible for you, then things will shift. Then you'll start to have pleasant experiences in love, in career, with money. So this is the one thing that would change your life for the better. Like, it feels like there's a baseline story that you tell yourself about what is possible for you or what the future holds. Maybe you try to manage your expectations or something. Like maybe based on past experiences you have taught yourself to have low expectations or modest expectations or not expect much. But it's like you should start expecting more. Start telling yourself that you can have more, have what you want. Stop trying to manage your expectations. Like, if you dream big and expect big things and believe that that is possible for you, then that's what you'll get. So be conscious of the things you tell yourself. Also be conscious of the things you say to other people about yourself or your life. Like if you were really conscious, you may find that it's a little bit negative or pessimistic or even self-deprecating or something. If pile 1 was to make this change, what would be the highest outcome, please? So yeah, like I just heard raise the bar, raise your expectations. Even if in the past things didn't work out for you, whether this was in love or career, that's not necessarily an indicator of what the future can be. So maybe this is even give yourself permission to be hopeful and to have big wishes and big expectations. Pile 1, please, what could be the best outcome if they make this change, please? Can we have 5 cards from this deck? Six of Swords, Magician, Ten of Cups, Can we have 2 more cards, please? The World, and the Five of Wands. We have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So the highest potential here is, it looks like for many of you, your great love may be someone who is what would be like a foreigner to you, someone who comes from a different country or a different culture. And your highest potential here is that you could end up having this really amazing lifestyle. You may even end up relocating to be in the same country as the person you're going to fall in love with, as your soulmate. And I'm seeing you even building together in this relationship, building your dream home. But there's something about an improvement in lifestyle and your quality of life through a relationship, and residing in a different country, relocating with this person. So you may meet this person that you're going to fall in love with in the country that you're in now. But if this person's originally from a different country, you may end up going to live in that person's country of origin. There's also just a lot of travel here, like a really cool lifestyle. So the person you're going to fall in love with must have an interesting job or must make plenty of money, or maybe you do. Or maybe you will if you tell yourself a different story if this is about money. Like just this amazing lifestyle full of travel and interesting experiences and dynamic experiences and living a really busy life, like where you've got a lot going on. This is the highest outcome you can align with if you can make this shift about the narrative, the story you tell yourself about your life and what is possible in the past. And yeah, this is the highest outcome. All right, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me so I can look into this or maybe something else, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Avalon Tarot, and it's also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 1. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Pile 2, if you chose the second stone, the pink amethyst, let's get into your reading and see what is the one thing that would improve your life or change your life for the better. For Pile 2, please, can we have 5 cards from this deck? What would change Pile 2's life for the better, please? And then I'm also going to look at if you made this change or did this thing that would improve your life, what would be the highest outcome it would lead to? So we have this card here, Death. Death, Eight of Cups, Judgment. For Pile 2, please, what would change Pile 2's life for the better, please? Can we have 2 more cards? Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're so close to making a change. I feel like you're so close to a shift. Like you're right on the verge of it. And the Eight of Swords. Okay, let's pull your oracle cards. What would change Pile 2's life for the better, please? Lack of passion. I'm hearing holding on, so I feel like you may be holding on to something or a situation where everything is telling you that it's time for it to end, but I feel like you're scared to walk away from it and into the new because it's at the unknown. But it's like there's no energy in it anymore, there's no life in it anymore with the lack of passion card here in this situation, whether it's a relationship or a job or a place you live, a path. Can we have 1 card from this deck, please? What would change pile two's life for the better? Prison. Can we have one card from this deck, please? What would change pile two's life for the better? I feel like you're kind of on the fence, like I'm hearing join the others and tribe here. It feels like, I'm not sure if you're conscious of this, but it feels like you are keeping yourself in a state of limbo as a form of like punishing yourself for something. I don't know if you feel like you don't deserve to have happiness. You may have a belief where you feel like you don't deserve to have happiness, or where you're subconsciously punishing yourself for something, for some perceived mistake or something about yourself that you think is bad. But something that would change your life for the better is if you joined the world, as if you joined other people, as if you stopped, I don't know if you're isolating yourself or something, because we have the tribe card on the bottom of the deck. Like if you let yourself live. It feels like you have some belief where you think that you may be keeping yourself on the fence here, or in a state of limbo, because you think that's safer. But I feel like there's no, like the Eight of Cups talks about a lack of fulfillment. I feel like there's no feeling. I feel like there's no energy in some aspect of your life. Like there's no spark. Maybe you'd feel like you're just sort of going through the motions, but something that would improve your life for the better is people, contact with people, joining, whatever it means to you when I say joining the others, even joining the world, like entering the world, living a little bit, letting yourself have the experiences that you want to have, letting yourself try new things. Like I feel like something that would improve your life is doing anything that's different. Anything that's a little bit different or new would result in some momentum being gained in a new direction. But specifically, if you could link up with people, do something that brings you into contact with people, this is what would change your life for the better. Maybe you even need to let yourself enter the world or re-enter the world. I don't know if you've been withdrawn or something, not letting yourself fully live, fully experience life. Maybe, again, because you think this is to stay safe, or maybe because you're afraid of feeling. Like, I feel like you may have caused yourself to create a life for yourself where there's not much going on, and therefore not much feeling. And I feel that maybe because there's a part of you that's afraid to feel because you're afraid of getting hurt. But there's another part of you that desperately wants to connect to the world and connect to people and feel something about your life, feel some energy, feel some spark, to live, to engage in life, to engage with people, to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, to step out of the mundane, of the routine, do anything new or different. Do anything that's outside of the routine or the status quo for you would lead to a path opening up that brings in new energy, new people, new things. This is what would change your life for the better. If pile 2 was to do this, what is the highest outcome it would lead to? So I feel like you've been on the verge of doing something or making a change or trying something, but you're scared because you don't know what it will lead to. It's like whatever that thing is that you're on the fence about, that you're like so close to doing, the message is to do it, especially if it's something that could bring you into contact with people, connect you to people, even your soul family maybe. What is the highest outcome this shift could lead to for pile 2, please? We have the Queen of Swords. Can we have 4 more cards, please? What is the highest and best outcome? The Queen of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, the 9 of Cups. Can we have 1 more card, please? What is the highest outcome this could lead to? And the Ace of Wands. So I'd be interested to know what it is, the thing it looks like some of you, the change you're going to make or the thing you're going to try that is new is going to result in you being like a leader in some way, a decision maker with the Queen of Swords here. I heard the word conductor, but I feel like maybe it was meant to come through as instructor or teacher of some sort. And when I say teacher, it doesn't have to be meaning like a school teacher in a school in the traditional sense. It could be just a teacher in the sense that you will become somebody who gives instructions or shares knowledge and wisdom, like teaching people in that way, teaching a skill, teaching knowledge. And this is going to lead to money and wish fulfillment for you, and even with the Ace of Wands, like a shift in your identity, like who you feel you are in the world, feeling more empowered in the world and feeling more important, feeling like you matter. So I don't know if a part of you somewhere along the line got the idea that you don't matter or something, or that you're not important, and that for that reason you don't deserve to live or have certain experiences or be happy. But if you make this change, it looks like you're going to end up in some position, most likely in a job, in a career where you are either instructing people or teaching people or managing people, showing people how to do something or telling people how to do something, and this is going to make you money. And shift your identity, like change your position in the world at large, change how you see yourself in relation to the world at large. This is the highest outcome it could lead to. Could even be, the Ace of Wands is quite a solo energy, but I don't feel like you'd be lonely. I feel like this more points to being independent. This would lead to you being independent in some way, financially independent, could even be self-employed, and in control. You would end up feeling like you're in control, like you get to choose the experiences that you want to have. Like you'd end up feeling like you have some kind of control over your life or some kind of influence over the events that occur in your life. So I don't know if you've felt a little bit like life has been happening to you. The highest outcome here, if you make this change, is that you'd end up in a position where you feel like you get to determine how your life unfolds. So real, true empowerment here, and confidence, and a healthy self-worth. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me so I can look into this or maybe something else, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Avalon Tarot, and it's also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 2. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi Pile 3, if you chose the third stone, the sunstone, let's get into your reading and see what would change your life for the better. For Pile 3, and I'm also going to look at after that what the highest outcome this thing you could do would lead to for you. So for Pile 3, please can we have 5 cards? We have the Death card. What would change Pile 3's life for the better, please? Can we have 4 more cards? Three of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. What would change Pile 3's life for the better, please? Temperance. We have the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. When the Death card came out, I heard quite clearly divorce. So this is only for those of you who know that you're in an unhappy relationship or where you're not getting your needs met in a relationship. Something that may improve your life is ending, and only if you're in if you're in a happy relationship, this message doesn't apply to you. But if you're in an unhappy relationship, maybe ending the relationship, or I heard separating yourself. Separating yourself from someone or something may improve your life. Like it may just make things very clear and make you feel better, like make you feel like you can meet your needs. Might even result in you feeling less alone for some reason. Let's pull your oracle cards. Like, generally, if this is not a relationship, maybe I was hearing when Temperance came out, separating yourself from something, like pulling away from something, distancing yourself from something or someone. So if there's someone in your life that triggers you, or something in your life that's not fulfilling, separating yourself from that thing. Like, I'm also hearing creating differentiation, like I don't know if there's an enmeshed situation here, like drawing a boundary between where you start and finish and where someone else starts and finish, or something else starts and finishes. Like, for example, if it's something, say it was like career, say somebody's career was like invading every aspect of their life and it was affecting their quality of life. So the idea of separation or differentiation would come in by kind of somebody setting a boundary in terms of, this is where my career starts and finishes and this is where I start and finish, so that it's no longer like intruding upon other aspects of my life. So I'm just using that as an example so that you can play with what this means when I say the word differentiation or drawing a boundary. So that, I feel like your life would improve for the better if you set very clear boundaries about like not letting certain areas of your life invade intrude upon other areas of your life. So maybe this is career. For some of you, we've got a lot of pentacles, so maybe this is to do with money. Like this could be like your life would improve if at the end of the day when you finish work, leave your work at work. Don't take it home with you. Something like that. Could be the opposite way around. Maybe this is a relationship that's intruding upon your career. So it could be leave your personal life at home, and when you're at work, don't let it come into your workplace. Separating business and pleasure. I'm trying to give you examples for like the message that I'm getting. Taking a break even from something or someone may help you to center yourself and gather your thoughts and gain perspective. Fire ignited. What would change pile 3's life for the better, please? Can we have one card from this deck? Tender. Can we have one card from this deck, please? What would change pile 3's life for the better? Child. We have love on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're craving something. I feel like you're emotionally starved of something. I don't know if it's a sense of company, a sense of connection. Literally tenderness. So something that would improve your life is if you had a sense of deep connection and companionship and warmth and emotional closeness. This would change your life for the better. It would lead to you feeling more cared about. So with the fire ignited card here, I don't know if some people are in a loveless relationship or a loveless job. Something that would change your life is if you also tended to your needs more. I don't know if we have workaholics in this group where you've let your work take precedence over self-care. And maybe this is why, for some of you, if this is not a loveless relationship, if it's just you're working too hard, maybe you have neglected your self-care and it's resulting in a part of you being emotionally starved in some way because you're not tending to the emotional side of life. So if you were to nurture yourself a little bit more or find somebody who could nurture you, this would... and care for yourself, or someone who could care for you, this would improve your life, like change your life for the better. If pile 3 was to take this advice, what's the highest outcome it would lead to? If pile 3 was to take this advice, what's the highest outcome it would lead to? We have the 10 of Swords. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, I think we've got really people who work really hard in this group, and maybe you've let your work intrude upon your personal life or something, or take precedence over your emotional life and personal life. We have the Emperor, but there's like different scenarios. There are lots of different scenarios in this group, very different people. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Emperor. What would this lead to? What outcome would this lead to if pile 3 listens to this advice? We have the Death card again. It would lead to a lot more structure, like boundaries, yeah. What's the highest and best outcome this change would lead to? It would lead to like some, we have the Three of Cups, more happiness, because there would be like boundaries and rules and like some moderation, some structure, some control, like regulation. It would like, there would be the introduction of limits, and this would lead to greater happiness because there would be boundaries in place and limits in place, and things would be more regulated. So it feels like maybe I did get the word enmeshed, so I don't know if like there's a lack of boundaries in a relationship and this is preventing there from being happiness or something. Like if you were to set boundaries, the definition between where the one person begins and ends and the next person begins and ends, it would lead to happiness. And a greater sense of like, respect, where there was no like blurring of lines. But if this is like boundaries where you stop letting work intrude upon your life, it would just create like a sense of peace. Like when I finish work at the end of the day, it finishes there. I don't take it home with me. I don't focus on it when I'm at home. I focus on other things, and this gives me a sense of like there being some sort of control and regulation in my life, and it creates a sense of safety and a sense of peace. Like that's what this would lead to. That's the highest outcome it would lead to, and it would just lead to being happier and healthier. Boundaries, yeah. It would make things more clear. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Avalon Tarot, and it's also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I will say goodbye to you here though, Pile 3. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the 4th stone, the blue lace agate, let's get into your reading and see what would change your life for the better. And then after that, I'll also look at what this thing would, like the highest outcome that this change or shift or action would lead to for you. So for Pile 4, please, can we have 5 cards from this deck? What would change Pile 4's life for the better, please? We have the Ace of Swords, 5 of Swords. What would change Pile 4's life for the better? The 5 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. What would change Pile 4's life for the better? And the Queen of Wands. Okay, it feels like it feels like you don't exercise your full power. It feels like I feel like you're a really powerful person, like you have a really strong life force, and I feel like you're really smart and a really great manifester, but it feels like somewhere along the line you learned to sort of only operate on a couple of cylinders rather than all four cylinders. Like, it's almost like an apologetic energy. Let me pull your, like, you have huge potential to achieve big things and rise to very high heights, but you have to let yourself off your leash and unleash your full power and stop holding back with the Five of Swords here. Like, you're a natural winner. You're a winner. But it feels like you don't let yourself win sometimes. Like, what is the one thing that would change Pile 4's life for the better, please? Ask for help. Like, you may have learnt house. Can we have one card from this deck, please? What would change Pile 4's life for the better? Enough. Gentle on the bottom of the deck. Like, you may have learnt that you're more likely to be socially accepted and liked if you are vulnerable in some way, or not so powerful. Maybe earlier in your life, this could have been at school. Maybe your teachers, when you demonstrated your power, maybe your teachers couldn't handle it or didn't know what to do with it, and so you learned, okay, I'm easier to deal with if I'm less empowered, if I'm in need of help in some way with the Ask for Help card. Like, I feel like you know what you want and you know how to get it, but maybe this has been suppressed and you've developed an identity of needing help, needing guidance, because you learned that identity is more likely to keep you socially safe. Maybe when you showed your full power in your family, maybe your parents, if you were a child, maybe your parents thought that children should be vulnerable and need guidance, and maybe you didn't, and maybe they couldn't handle that, and you learn, okay, it's not good to know everything and be empowered. That doesn't keep me socially safe. To be socially safe, I need to be looking like I need help, or I don't know exactly what I'm doing. So maybe this has now led to you feeling like you don't know what to do or how to get what you want, but deep down you do. Like, that winning, empowered energy is still there. That's the essence of who you are. So if you were to let yourself be fully empowered and operate on all four cylinders and unleash your full power, this is what would, and stop holding yourself back and living your life in a kind of apologetic energy. This is what would change your life for the better. It would lead to you becoming the highest version of yourself with the Queen of Wands here. And I wouldn't be surprised if people in this group have a master number, life path number, like 11 or 22 or 33, or a master number in the numerology of your name, because it looks like you're meant to build some sort of an empire, something where you leave a legacy behind. You are like a master creator, even a visionary. And I feel like you were like this from a very young age. Like, you knew who you were when you were a kid. I know who I am. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm here to create and I know how to do it. But somewhere along the line, I think people couldn't handle that, and so you forgot that to keep socially safe. But if you tune in, it's all still there. What would be the highest outcome? What would be... With the Enough card, I get the feeling that when you were younger and before you had learned to hold your energy back, I feel like maybe you were very intense, and maybe some people made you feel like they couldn't handle you, or that you were too much or something. So you learned to tone everything down a lot, like tone your energy way down. But this energy of yours is like a manifestation energy, and so when you did this, it may have toned down your ability to manifest. What is the highest outcome? If pile 4 was to fully operate in their full power, what is the highest outcome this would lead to? We have the King of Swords. Can we have 4 more cards, please? The Knight of Swords. Can we have 3 more cards, please? This one. The 7 of Swords. The Lovers. You're highly intelligent. 9 of Swords. Like King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. There's like this brilliant mind that you have, and it feels like what I was getting about building an empire or leaving a legacy, it looks like your highest potential, if you were to operate in your full power, is that you may solve a big problem for the world. I almost want to use the word cure. So I don't know if some people in this group are interested in medicine or thought of going down a medical path. You may find a cure for a health condition, or make great inroads towards finding a cure for some sort of illness. Others of you, if it's not medical, you may be meant to solve some sort of big problem in the world, and this would be the legacy that you leave behind, or the empire that you build, something that's about solving a big problem for people in the world, or providing some sort of much needed solution to a problem for people in the world. You may be meant to be very progressive, like advance. You may be meant to advance something. So whatever your area of interest is, or where your particular area of intelligence lies, that's the area you're meant to advance or solve a problem in. Whatever you're interested in, or whatever your specific type of intelligence is related to. And definitely like building an empire, leaving a lasting legacy, creating history. Whatever your chosen field is, doing something very important in that field of interest. Okay, I feel like that's all the messages I'm getting from this spread, so I think I will end the reading here. I hope you found this helpful and interesting. If you would like to book a private reading with me so I can look into this or maybe something else, you can find my booking page linked below in the comment section and description box. Feel free to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also check out my other YouTube channel. It's called Avalon Tarot, and it's also linked below in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I will say goodbye to you here though, pile 4. Take care and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.